G'day Plantifiers, Jess here, and today it's time to move this enormous clump of lemongrass that is in the wrong place. It is huge, it is taking up too much space in a productive garden bed, and basically I just planted it in the absolute wrong spot and it is now trying to escape the confines of my raised bed. And honestly, it doesn't need to be in a raised bed. So today I'm going to pull it out, divide it up, transplant it somewhere else and show you the process of doing that. And I'm going to share one of my favorite uses for lemongrass that has nothing to do with eating it. Let's go. So when we first built the bamboo garden, I was experimenting with a whole bunch of things, and honestly I still am. Of course, gardening is one big experiment. But when I put this lemongrass in, it had been a long time since I'd seen it grown. My mum used to grow it like 20 years ago, and I forgot just how large it would get. Not only the clump expanding, but really how tall this is. Like, this is, sure, it's in a bed that's like 30 centimeters off the ground, but still it's very tall. I'm a tall person. Like, I'm 176 centimeters tall, which is like 5'9" or something in weird numbers. Sorry, Americans. But basically, this is taking up too much space. Not only the width and the height of it, but it's also shading out other things. And as we come into winter here, that is a problem, because this bed that it's in is only like just over a meter squared, and that's a lot of productive space that's currently being completely shaded out by this lemongrass that does not need to be in here. The reason we built this particular garden was because until recently it was fully enclosed to protect it from pests. It still has a fence around it, but we had to take off the netting recently because it was deteriorating, and we're still deciding how we're gonna do 2.0 of that. But basically, this doesn't need to be in here. It's not at any risk of being eaten or dug up by anything really. So I can put this somewhere else on my 1.5 acres that is not going to be in such an annoying, unproductive spot. In other words, taking up productive vegetable gardening space that it doesn't need to be taking up. So I'm going to dig it out, I'm going to divide it up, we're going to look at that, and then we're going to replant it somewhere else. To make my life easier, the first thing I'm going to do is chop back all of the grass, because honestly that doesn't need to be there. It'll make it much easier to see what I'm doing and get in to the root ball. And it's better that it doesn't have all of that greenery to lose water through transpiration when it is re-establishing itself. And it's a grass. I mean, these things are incredibly hardy. I am not concerned about chopping it back. In fact, we chop it right back quite regularly because it is shading things, and now we're like, okay, let's just move it rather than chopping it back. And of course, those cuttings will not go to waste. This smells amazing, to be fair.
I decided to use the fork here rather than a spade because it can kind of get in amongst the roots a bit easier, because this was really wedged into the corner. It had just grown basically in the shape of the corner of the bed, and I wanted to get it out without doing as much damage to the roots either, although to be fair, I'm going to end up doing quite a bit of damage to the roots when I separate them, but the fork worked really well to get it all out.
There is so much lemongrass here. I mean, I could divide this up into absolutely tiny pieces if I wanted to, like that. Like, these have roots on them, and that will absolutely grow if I put it in a pot. In fact, I might put some of this aside for a harvest swap, but for today, I think I'm going to break it up into 4 clumps. Lots of roots there. This is quite heavy. I'm going to be pretty ruthless with this and just chop it up with my spade, and I'm not too concerned if I lose a few bits of it. Honestly, there's plenty there.
And here we are, just hacking into those roots. It's also interlaced with each other that you just really do have to cut it to a certain point to kind of loosen it up a bit. But then once it's loosened up, you can actually then pull the sections apart, which I'm trying to do here. But this is such a big bunch that I eventually just had to use my foot to get enough purchase to actually pull it apart. And then it becomes much easier the smaller they get. If they're much smaller than this, you could probably just literally pull them apart rather than having to chop them a little bit, because they'll just pull away from each other because they all have their own roots that have grown in together.
There's the sorrel I just pulled out as well. It's really interesting. Like turmeric coloured roots on it. I don't know if you can eat sorrel root. I should probably find out before I throw it away. Wow, throw it in the compost. I just have to wait for Nick to finish weeding with his feet. Thank you, darling. We have this, what is it called? Crusher dust. We have this crusher dust ground around the garden here. And of course, the weeds love growing in it. So it's a constant battle to keep the weeds out of it. Anywho, so I've now cleared this bed out completely. And I would love to replant it now, but I'm planning on putting carrots and parsnips in this. And it's about 28 degrees today in April, which is mid-autumn. But also we have some heavy rain forecast for the next few days, and I'm afraid if I put carrot seeds in and parsnip seeds in, they will just get whoosh, washed out. We do have some good weather forecast for the end of the week, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to leave this bare, which I don't normally do, but I'm going to leave it bare and let any weeds pop up in the next few days that want to, then pull them out. And then I'm going to put a thin layer of potting soil, like actually from the shops, on it, because I want a somewhat sterile growing surface. And my hope is that because carrots take so long to germinate that, you know, not too much else will pop up in the meantime. It probably will, but we're going to try it and see how it goes. But for now, we're done. The lemongrass and everything else is out of here. Oh, that wind. You can probably hear my wind chimes. The tomatoes have a whole bed to themselves right now. They can have a party. And I've just put a bit more soil and mulch just around the tomatoes to keep them happy. Let's go plant this lemongrass somewhere else. Oh, but first, I mentioned that there was a really good use for this lemongrass. I just poked myself in the eye with lemongrass. Try not to do that. Okay, let's be more careful. I'll actually look where I'm going this time. Come in from the side. So it smells amazing, but this is also amazing greens. Guess what? For the compost. So all of this is going to go into my compost and go back into my soil. Oh, my phone's ringing. Excuse me a moment. So I've got this random spot in one of my garden beds, and it's a nice little area in here that's not doing very much, and I think that's where this lemongrass is going to go. At least one clump of it's going to go in here. Perfect.
So the soil in here is just clay. It's absolutely terrible soil. And there are lots of roots through there as well, which is why I'm just kind of hacking away at it, because I really had to like break up a couple of the roots to make some space for the lemongrass. But we got there in the end, and again, it's a grass. It's pretty forgiving. You don't have to be too fancy with it. As long as you get it in there and get the roots covered, then you're going to be okay.
And there we have it. I reckon that'll fill up that space really nicely, and it will outcompete, hopefully, the runner grass that's trying to come up from the lawn into this garden bed, and eventually it'll probably fill out this space. Yeah, it'll probably run into this eventually, but I'm not too concerned about that. They can have a clumping battle and see who wins. Okay, so we've got another pretty neglected garden bed here that's not really doing much except growing a lot of weeds. So why not dig out a bit of that and pop the lemongrass in there? So we're going to do that.
You can see here that the garden bed is pretty overgrown with like nut grass or runner grass, some sort of grass. So again, I just need to make the space to fit them in, and I'll probably come back and give these 2 or 3 bits of lemongrass a little bit of food just to kind of get them on their way, but then I'm not too fussed about it. I think they'll do just fine here. And that is pretty much all there is to it. Very simple, very easy, dead easy in fact.
Okay, that's 2 more clumps in. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you can see, there's a little baby ginger plant over there, which is part of an experiment I'm running where I'm growing ginger in 3 different places in 3 different situations and circumstances and soils to see which one does the best. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see the results of that experiment in a couple of months' time.